I was skeptical about this one at first. I mean, I've tried a few projectors over the years, and most of them either looked washed out in a bright room or needed constant bulb changes. Then I got my hands on the Optoma ZW400, and honestly, it changed how I think about projectors. Link is in the description if you want to check the product details on Amazon. What really surprised me was how bright it stays even with the lights on. At 4000 lumens, it's not just a dark room machine, it's actually useful in a living room with windows. I set it up in my apartment last weekend during the day, pulled up a movie, and the picture didn't look dim at all. The colors stayed rich, and the contrast held up even when the sun was streaming in. That's something I didn't expect from a projector in this price range. The laser light source is a game changer too. I remember swapping bulbs every year or two on older models, and the cost adds up fast. With the ZW400, Optoma says it can run up to 30,000 hours. That's like leaving it on for 8 hours a day for over 10 years before it might need service. I don't plan on testing that, but knowing I won't be dropping cash on replacements anytime soon is a huge relief. I also like how flexible it is when it comes to setup. The built-in zoom lets me adjust the image size without moving the projector much, which is great if you're working with limited space. And the image correction feature means if the screen isn't perfectly aligned, the projector can fix it digitally. I tried it on a slightly crooked wall, and the picture still looked straight, no extra hassle. Another feature that came in handy was the portrait and 360-degree projection. I used it for a small art exhibit in my living room, and being able to flip the image vertically made setting up the display so much easier. It's not something you need every day, but when you do, it's a nice option to have without buying a second projector. Network control is something I didn't realize I'd use as much as I do. I can turn the projector on or off from my phone, adjust settings, and even send content wirelessly from my laptop. It's especially useful when I'm hosting movie nights and don't want to get up every time I need to pause or skip a scene. The 4K HDR input is solid too. I streamed a few 4K movies, and the detail in the shadows and highlights was impressive. It's not a full 4K native chip, but the upscaling is good enough that you won't notice unless you're pixel peeping. For most people, it's going to look fantastic. Now, it's not perfect. The fan noise is a bit louder than I expected when the projector first kicks in. It quiets down after a minute, but if you're using it in a quiet bedroom, you might notice it at first. Also, the remote feels a little flimsy compared to what I'm used to with higher-end models. It works fine, but it's not as sturdy as something you'd pay twice as much for. Overall, though, I'm really happy with it. It's bright enough for daytime use. The laser means I won't be replacing parts for years, and the extra features like network control and 360 projection make it versatile for different setups. If you're looking for a projector that can handle real-life lighting and still look great, this one's worth a look. You can find the Optoma ZW400 on Amazon, link is below. For most buyers, the real question is not whether Optoma ZW400 WXGA professional laser projector, compact design and bright 4000 lumens, DuraCore laser technology, up to 30,000 hours. Network control, 4K HDR input, quiet operation sounds impressive on paper, but whether strengths like high bright, superb picture quality and dependable laser light source actually make daily use feel easier, more dependable, and more worthwhile after the first few days of excitement wear off. It is also smart to think about long-term satisfaction. A product like Optoma ZW400 WXGA professional laser projector, compact design and bright 4000 lumens, DuraCore laser technology, up to 30,000 hours, network control, 4K HDR input, quiet operation usually feels like the better buy when it stays convenient, comfortable, and reliable in normal everyday use instead of only looking good in the listing.